Secrets Beneath the Marula Tree, written by Talise, by Tega Namayuta. Night came quickly to Endelovu village, too quickly, some would say. The elders claimed the darkness traveled faster there, as if something chased the sun from the sky. To 16-year-old Lindio, those were only stories, until the night she found the footprints. They circled the old Marula tree at the far edge of her grandmother's land, small, bare, and impossibly deep, as though pressed into the soil by someone who weighed far more than a child. The tree itself swayed, though there was no wind, its branches trembling like a creature fighting sleep. The next evening, Lindia returned with a lantern. The footprints were gone. In their place was a single carved bead, smooth, black, and warm, as if it had been held tightly by a living hand. She pocketed it and hurried home. The moment she stepped inside, her grandmother froze. "Where did you get that?" Lindio opened her mouth to lie, but the words caught in her throat. "At the Marula tree," she confessed. Her grandmother's shoulders sagged, the way branches bend before they break. "Then it has already begun." That night, Lindia was awakened by rhythmic tapping on her window. 3 deliberate knocks. She sat up slowly. The bead on her bedside table was glowing faintly, pulsing in time with her heartbeat. The knocking continued. She forced herself to approach the window and nearly screamed. A face peered in. Dirt-streaked, eyes too wide, skin stretched tight across sharp cheekbones. It was a boy no older than 10, yet something in his expression was ancient, and he was mouthing a single word: "Help." Before she could react, he vanished. The next morning, her grandmother told her the truth. Years before Lindia was born, a group of children had gone missing. Search parties scoured the village, the river, the hills, everywhere except the Marula tree. The elders believed the tree guarded an ancient gateway, a crack in the world where spirits and the living collided. Disturbing it could unleash horrors, but something had disturbed it, and Lindio feared she knew who the boy at her window was. Determined to uncover the truth, she returned to the tree at dusk. The air around it felt heavy, thick with the scent of earth after rain. She placed the bead at the roots. Instantly, the ground shuddered. The soil split open, revealing a narrow passage leading downward, breathing, pulsing, alive, before she could decide whether to run or climb down. Cold fingers wrapped around her ankle. She screamed, stumbling backward, but the hand held firm. A face emerged from the opening, the same boy, his eyes pleading, his skin now cracked with glowing lines like molten fissures. "Don't run," he rasped. "They'll come for you if you run, who?" she whispered. He looked past her, toward the darkening horizon. "The ones who fed on us." A rustling echoed behind her, soft at first, then growing into a chorus of movement. Lindio turned slowly. Figures emerged from the tall grass, long-limbed, jointed wrong, skin gray like ash. Their mouths stretched wide in unnatural smiles. The boy tightened his grip on her ankle. "Choose," he said. "Go down or be taken." Her heart hammered so loudly she could barely hear the creatures advancing. The Marula branches above creaked like bones snapping. Lindio inhaled sharply, made her choice, and leapt into the opening. The earth swallowed her whole. Darkness wrapped around her like cold water. She slid deeper, faster than she intended, until she landed in a cavern lit by veins of glowing stone. Dozens of children stood there, eyes glazed, bodies trembling as if caught between living and dying. The boy dropped beside her. "Help us close it," he said, "before they break through." Before she could respond, the cavern shook violently. Dirt rained from the ceiling. The creatures were forcing their way in, but something changed in Lindy Way the moment she touched the glowing soil. A warmth radiated through her bones, recognition, power, ancestry. She understood then why the tree had chosen her. She wasn't meant to uncover the secret. She was meant to seal it. The ground cracked open. The creatures poured through, and Lindio stood tall, raising her hands as light erupted from her palms. Brighter than lightning, older than memory, the cavern erupted with energy, hurling the creatures backward. slamming the gateway shut with a roar that shook the earth. When silence finally settled, the children around her breathed in, unison, alive, free, whole. But Lindio knew the truth. Some secrets stay beneath the Marula tree. Others wake when they're needed. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please like, comment, and subscribe.